Hey guys, what's up? This is RJ Game News USA here, and we're going to deliver the news from Gamescom Opening Night Live 2026. We're going to go over everything that was announced, so stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into it. So, we have this new game from Hoyoverse maker Genshin Impact. Hoyoverse developer Genshin Impact has announced a Monster Hunter Elden Ring type game that is very different from what we're used to from the company, and it's called Notice Fall. So yeah, that seems really interesting. I play Genshin Impact. It's a good game. Not what I look for, but it's a good game. Then we have Rainbow Six Tactics. We have a new Rainbow Six game. Rainbow Six Tactics is a new single-player, turn-based tactical game set in the Rainbow Six universe from Ubisoft Paris. It's due out in 2027 across PC through Ubisoft Connect, Steam, and the Epic Games Store, but also on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It will also be available on Ubisoft Plus GeForce Now. And again, we are reading through IGN as far as the all the announcements go. Gears of War E-Day got a trailer. It's due out October 6th. Anata returns to Opening Night Live. We have a new look at Anata, the free-to-play urban open-world RPG from NetEase. Anime GTA, anyone? It's due out January 15th, 2027. Anata's official PC client on Steam, PS5, and mobile platforms. Alongside the launch date announcement, Anata's new trailer reveals Chongseo, the game's second major city. Now, I'm actually going to look at this game. To be dead honest, I'm looking at this game for January. An anime-style GTA 6, essentially. I like that. Let me look at that game for January while we're at it. Silent Hill Townfall. We got a new look at Silent Hill Townfall, the next spin-off in Konami's horror franchise. The trailer below confirms the English cast, which includes Hovan Apeto, Terry Q. Quinn, and Keza Burrows. Emmy Award winner Terry O'Quinn, Lost, The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, joins the cast as Richard, an enigmatic character who summons protagonist Simon Odell, played by Jovan Depo. The Odyssey, It, Welcome to Derry, Three Body Problem. That's where he's from. Back to the Remote, Saint Amelia. Alongside stars Kezia Burrows in the role of Zoe, a compassionate nurse whose voice reaches out to Simon throughout the layers of static on the CRTV. The trailer also includes a glimpse of at the horrors that soon await Simon, including relentless new monsters. I gotta be honest, I don't watch many other people play a game. I don't like playing Silent Hill. I may go watch somebody play Silent Hill Townfall. Dead ass. Like, seriously. Eli Scooter, if you're listening, stream it. I'll watch it. Crimson Desert Enhanced. The 2.0 update includes new story missions and cutscenes. I'm a huge fan of Crimson Desert, but I haven't played in the last month or so. This is a great excuse to return. I didn't say that. They said they're a huge fan. Yeah, I don't care about Crimson Desert, so. But, again, it's not all about me. I have a whole audience here that's watching. You might be interested. Then we have Tides of Annihilation. We have confirmation of Angela St. Albano has the new voice for the lead character, Gwendolyn, alongside a new trailer. St. Albano played Grace Ashcroft in Resident Evil Requiem. Eclipse Glow Games' new trailer for its highly anticipated single-player action-adventure title offers players a dramatic look at the emotional core of the game following a cataclysmic destruction of London as Gwendolyn mysteriously inherits the mystical power of King Arthur. In the trailer, a distraught Gwendolyn considers her new reality amid the ash of a ruinous London before being encouraged by the legendary Guinevere to harness the power of the fog, a power only King Arthur once wielded, to save both London and the otherworldly realm of Avalon from total annihilation. Embracing her destiny, Gwendolyn takes up the sword and learns to fight alongside powerful spectral knights. This new trailer debuts the legendary Sir Lancelot, summoned by Gwendolyn to dispatch enemies in spectacular style. Tides of Annihilation is currently being developed for PC, Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. I'm going to need to see more about this game, but it doesn't look bad so far. We have Loft Song, a gorgeous looking new game called Loft Song from independent developer in Italy called Unrelated Games. So there's an indie darling there for you. Mega Man Dual Override and Mega Man skin for Pragmata was shown. Rayman Legends Retold, a game we're absolutely going to get on launch. Led by Ubisoft Multiplayer and Ubisoft Milan. Rayman Legends Retold builds on the charms of the original 2013 game, now brought to life with 3D visuals, a brand new story, and fully voiced cinematics. So, yeah, I'm excited for this game. We'll see how it stacks up to the other remakes and remasters and reimaginings this year. But I like Rayman Legends a lot. PUBGDead.net is a new PvP first-person shooter from PUBG Studios set in Cascadia in 1996, a fictional region inspired by the American Pacific Northwest. It introduces a darker new setting for PUBG, built around character-driven combat, shifting match conditions, and roguelite progression across multi-match runs. Players can now also register for the upcoming closed beta. I might check this out. I might actually check that out. I enjoyed what little time I played on PUBG. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Game of Thrones War for Westeros. We got a good look at the real-time strategy game via a new gameplay trailer. I'm not big into RTSs, though. I mean, look, I like tactical RPGs like Fire Emblem, but RTSs, I've never been big on them. Dust Origins. Darksiders developer Airship Syndicate announced Dust Origins, a new isometric action game that's dripping with sci-fi cool. It reminds me of The Ascent, which is fantastic. Now, I play The Ascent. The Ascent's mediocre. But this being the Darksiders developer, I was really shocked that it's not a Darksiders 4. They're going a different direction, I guess, or maybe Darksiders 4 is still coming. But Dust Origins and it being an airship, possibly like some sort of space action game, sci-fi, I think they could pull this off. And I need to remember this game and think about it in the future as a possible purchase. Exodus. The Mass Effect style Exodus has a new trailer and a release date, April 7th, 2027. And I'm excited for Exodus because it is filling the void that Mass Effect has left by not being out anytime soon or lately. We haven't had Mass Effect Andromeda for a while, and although people shit on that game, I liked it. I definitely still like the trilogy. I know people shit on the ending of the third game. From a narrative point of view, I understand, but the game itself was very good. I really enjoyed Mass Effect. The Mass Effect trilogy is one of the best gaming trilogies, period. And the fact that Exodus is filling that void of what Mass Effect left behind, I'm interested. And that's an April 2027 game. Warlock, Dungeons & Dragons, Resident Evil star Maggie Robertson came out on stage to introduce Warlock Dungeons & Dragons. The extended gameplay reveals showed off third-person exploration, traversal puzzle solving, and plenty of dialogue. Combat involves a lot of magic, teleportation, and swordplay. The action looks a little bit clunky, but the magic system looks interesting. It's due out in 2027. that is one game I will definitely take into consideration. We have 1001 Threads of Mizan. What if Assassin's Creed had hoverboards? 1001 Threads of Mizan looks like that. That alone means I need to actually take a look at that game. Silver Palace, an anime action game, is coming from Timmy and Capcom. We got Metro 2039. Ukraine-based developer 4A Games took to the stage to introduce Metro 2039 with a brand new gameplay trailer. The problem is, guys, it's due out in February 2027. February 2027 is looking like an extremely busy month. You also have God of War La Fé, and you have Fable coming out that same month. It is part of avoiding GTA 6. We have a huge September and apparently a huge February as a result. And to be honest, sorry to say, Metro 2039 may cut the mustard in a month where there was nothing else, but in a month where there's God of War and Fable, I seriously doubt it's going to make the cut for me. At least initially. Snoop Dogg is coming to Hitman. Ion, the PC MMO that revolves around aerial combat, launches October 5th. Afterworld is a new game from Paradox about restoring the might of America after an apocalyptic event. Pettit Planet, that's another game from Hoyaverse. It's a cozy life sim where you enjoy slow, fulfilling days on your very own planet. Sounds boring, has sin. Mugenics. After a Mugenics musical performance from the Matthias Bossi, Carla Keshdid and Jeff Perlman from Ridiculon, we got confirmation of a release date on PS5, Switch 2, and Xbox for September 8th. Again, September is where games are going to die because of how busy September is. The busiest September I've ever seen for gaming. Road Kings will launch March 11th, 2026. We got a brand new look at Stage Tour, a December 10th, 2026 release date. Again, not enough games come out in December. Crazy Taxi World Tour got a new trailer. Turok Origins will be playable online and offline on PS5 and Xbox, Switch 2, and PC in spring of 2027. Gravhounds is a new third-person co-op action game that sees you play as a humanoid dog. Really, it's due out later this year. Lego Skylines was announced. Path of Exile 2 got a full 1.0 release, coming December 11th, 2026. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Remake. Ubisoft announced Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Remake with a cinematic trailer that also includes gameplay. No Law, the next game from the developers of The Ascent. It's a first-person cyberpunk-style game where you go around causing havoc in an open-world city. The kick is a big deal in this one. It's due out in 2027. Again, it's sort of just going to be like Cyberpunk, and it's made from the Ascent people. Ontos, the next game from Frictional Games, developer of Amnesia. It stars Swedish actor Stellan Skarsgård, and there are lots of rats in it. Yeah, I don't really like lots of rats in my games. Like, I think, there's a couple games I'm thinking, like a Plague Tale game that had rats in there. I'm like, I hate that shit. Pony Island 2, Panda Circus. It looks weird, guys, but it comes out April 27, 2027. Looks like a bunch of animals fighting this sort of battle royale. Well, actually, no, I don't know what it is, really. Zoopunk got announced. There Are No More Ghosts at the Grand was shown, a cinematic trailer. Roko Kingdom and the Defiant was announced. There's a trailer for Teray the Unbound, and I don't know much about that. We did see Final Fantasy VII Revelation there. A new look at Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the final entry of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. Director Nikoi Hamaguchi took to the stage to confirm a spring 2027 release window and intro a new trailer below. In the trailer, enormous guardians called weapons emerge to defend a world in crisis, making no distinction between friend and foe. The weapons wreak catastrophic destruction upon the planet and its people, upon desert sands, in mid-air dogfights, and at the bottom of the sea. Cloud and his fellow heroes must stand against the colossal weapons, even as they toil to save the world from Sephiroth. A late-game element of the original Final Fantasy VII, the weapons return in reimagined glory has standout battles in Final Fantasy VII Revelation, some of which appear in ultra-challenging in-game battles as an homage to their original forms. The new trailer also showcases the powerful new Summon Typhoon and open-world exploration via parachute, grappling hook, and chocobo mounts, plus Cloud and Tifa in their warrior and black mage fits. New to Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the fit system introduces unique outfits that bestow new abilities and greater heights of power, with specialized roles evoking classic Final Fantasy jobs. Alright, so I think it's shameful that they broke up Final Fantasy VII Remake into 3 parts. That's always how I felt about it, guys. You can say what you want about it. I played the OG Final Fantasy VII. I tried some of the newer one. I stick to the OG personally. So I know a lot of you in the audience probably like it. You're excited to pay for this 3rd game of Final Fantasy VII. And for you, I'm happy. For me, I just look at this as a total disappointment. This would be like if Ocarina of Time split into 3 games. Oh, it sounds great on paper. I still think they're overcharging. And they padded things out, and they made it ridiculous the way they took a decade to get these 3 games out the door. But again, if you're excited for this game, more power to you. But speaking of a game that's been around for a while, The Witcher 3, they're saying this is the biggest reveal. And again, it's another remaster. A remaster of CD Projekt's The Witcher 3. It's a free upgrade for all Witcher 3 owners, and it's out September 29th. Okay. You know, we're still waiting on The Witcher 4, to be fair. It is a free upgrade. It's just a flatly free upgrade if you already own The Witcher 3. Kudos to that. You know, we just see so many remasters, remakes these days. I guess this one really is needed. I guess this is a game that got a lot of support. It sold really well over time. And so I get the excitement here. And then lastly, we do have another bit of news from Witcher 3. There's a new Witcher 3 expansion, Songs of the Past, due out in 2027. And they also announced that the previous 2 expansions are now free right now. So that's exciting. If you're like somebody that was on the fence about either getting The Witcher or upgrading The Witcher or whatever, now you could jump in. You know you got the 2 free expansions. You know this new expansion is coming out next year. This is all building up hype for what I believe is a 2028 Witcher 4 release. But anyway, what do you guys think about Gamescom Opening Night Live? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What was your favorite announcement at the event? And until next time, this is RJ signing out. Have a good one.